We saw the content editing step. Today we will move to structural editing. For structural editing, knowledge about the topic is essential. You will need to link sentences and add sentences. Let's be honest, you don't want English literature major to edit your medical trial report or vice versa. What you need in structural editing is to move points, arrange sentences, or create others to have a nice flow. So what are the steps to follow in structural editing? First, look at your topic and decide the opening sentence that you want to later zoom from into your topic. You will need to start with a small paragraph and build around it. Now try to arrange the main points, creating a nice flow of ideas or information. Let's go back to the orange example. The first point will be writing about the orange trees, origin, growing areas, and seasons. Second, you will start writing about different types of orange and the difference between them, and so on. Start by moving sentences under each related point. Then arrange sentences within each point to create a nice flow of sentences. It's like writing a story that develops through your article. Remember the points that you created before and the spaces that you entered in the editing content step? Now is the time to remove them. Join sentences to create complete paragraphs. Now you will go back and see if the work that you cited is related to your sentence idea. Remember, you can only cite the main source of the work, not the other work who just cited the main source like you. Let's go back to the article we edited earlier. Remember, I made some changes to make it editable. This is the part of the article we edited before. Today we will structural edit this part. Now you need to remember in structural editing you will need to split sentences, join sentences, or even rewrite some sentences to create a nice flow. The first sentence is still short, but we will need to add another sentence to introduce the problem we want to talk about, which is the effect of the topical or oral intake of collagen. But let's leave it to the substantive editing step. Now what we need to do is join those sentences and remove the repetition. You could see that in here there is a repetition where we talk about the 3-proline hydroxyproline, and in here we talk again about the glycine proline and hydroxyproline. So we can just remove this part, but we need to join also those sentences. So I will hit enter here and I will rewrite this sentence. So we can write collagen forms due to the bundle of peptide chains forming triple left-handed which is the tribocollagen. So I will move this one. Tribocollagen is supercoil with a diameter of until this border residues. And I will add a comma and I will write where each unit has 3.3 residues. This will be my first sentence. I will remove this one. And I will remove this one as well. This one, we don't need it anymore now. Now I will move the motif to be here and the 3-stranded helices will be down. And I will delete the 3 amino acids. I don't need it anymore because it's already repeated in the previous sentence. And I will add a comma and say the 3-stranded helices are held together by hydrogen bond. So moving to the second point, collagen formation, and you see here it is hard to study collagen, and here the reason why it is hard to study collagen. So let's remove this part and just write that the triple helices, the triple helical molecules are extracted and I need to convert the passive voice into active voice. So let's start with secretory vessels. Extract triple helical molecules. I can see sometimes I have I have to change some of the formatting, or we can even leave it until the last step of the editing, proofreading. I will remove R extracted by. Now I will add a comma, and I will write here where the triple helix is cleaved by proteases N and C according to the type of the protease to collagen. Moving to the collagen degradation, I can start with aging, decreases the amount of collagen that reaches the extracellular spaces, and will move the skin collagen degrades by metalloproteinase matrix. But I will remove the part that talks about topically administration of collagen peptide reduces wrinkles, because we are talking just about the degradation process. In addition, here I will leave it as it is. Now moving to why collagen, we will need to join some of those sentences and the passive voice into active voice. So we need to convert the passive voice into active voice and join sentences. Now exploring the extent of collagen consumption is essential to comprehend the possibilities of collagen. I will leave this sentence as it is. We can just write directly about the process of collagen digestion, and in here we can say collagen. So the collagen hydrolysate can cross the intestinal barrier, and I will link this sentence with that sentence, in fact the ingestion. I will leave here the dot. I will move this sentence here above the collagen hydrolysate, and I will just capitalize the T letter. Ingestion of rich diet promotes the skin elasticity, reduce wrinkles, and I will write comma here, and I will add a link between these two sentences where the collagen hydrolysate can cross the intestinal barrier reaching blood. So it crosses. Now moving to the oral intake of collagen hydrolysate enhances the skin elasticity and acts as skin moisturizing. I will just add not proved to relieve, just relieve joint pain due to the heavy exercises. Now for the double-blind placebo, we don't need to mention this part, because if anyone needs to read about the study, he can just go to the original reference I cited here. So we will remove this one, and I will write directly not an interesting study but the oral intake. So oral intake of collagen peptide in the presence of the absence of calcium diet. Pause increases the bone mass rate. And I will add a comma. The rats with high collagen intake exhibit hypertrophy in kidney without undesirable effect. I will remove the study provides another evidence on the benefit of collagen oral intake, and I will just link it here, which can be used to reduce schizophrenia occurs with aging. Now for the headers that you created before, you will need to remove them at the end of the structural editing, and also you will need to connect sentences, but we have done that while we rewrote some of the sentences. I will just remove all those headers that I created before. So we finished the structural editing. Moving to the reference section, and usually I like to do this step in structural editing where I need to check each reference in each sentence. Does it talk about the same topic or not? So first reference is Ladish, and when I go here to the reference section, I find that it is a book and it talks about collagens. Books and reviews usually cover the topic I'm talking about. Articles have to go to the original citation, but because the extent of large information written in books and reviews, it will be easy to check those references by just the title, but For articles, we need to read at least the abstract to check if it is on the same topic that the sentence is talking about or not. Now, Ladish is talking about collagen fibrous protein. If you go to this reference, you will find it that it talks about the collagen structure, function, and all information related to collagen. So I'm fine with this book. Now moving to the second reference, Gliese, 2003, and I need Gliese to be talking about the structure of collagen again. And from the title, I can see, yes, it can be talking about the collagen structure, but let's just check it. So what you need to do is to go to Google Scholar. You could see here it is an open access article, but if it is not an open access article and I have access to that article, I can cite it. But if I don't have access to the article, I cannot cite it. I have to have the full PDF of each reference I cite in my work. Now you can see that it talks here about collagen structure, and it talks about collagen type 1 and 2, and even going further to the rest of collagen types. So here Gliese again, and it talks about collagen 1 and 2, so we will keep it as it is. Now moving to Renee, and Renee here should be talking about the beta proteinases matrix. So from the title, it talks about testing out the truth about collagen. So I'm not sure if it covers my topic or not. I have a full PDF as well, so I can just open it. So I'm not sure if this article covers the sentence I wrote, so it's preferable to find another article. And for that, I will go to the sentence and see what sort of citation I needed. So I need the degradation of tropocollagen by extracellular proteases. I need articles that talks about this topic. And in here I have extracellular matrix degradation. I will see if I have access to this article. So you have to remember, now you need to remove this reference. So I will remove it, but if I updated my references, in here you could see that it is not removed yet. This is because I'm tracking the changes. But if I accepted the changes, it will be removed from my reference section. So it's a book, and I can just search the word degradation, and here it talks about extracellular matrix degradation. So I'm sure that it covers my topic, so I need to cite this one. Unfortunately, I didn't use Mendeley in citing this article, so I have to copy from here the citation and insert it using word reference. So I inserted the book here and I did my reference section. Now moving to Zag, and Zag here should be talking about ingestion of collagen. The collagen hydrolysate intake increases the skin collagen. So in here I have to make sure that this intake is an oral intake because I'm talking about ingestion of the collagen. So I will copy the reference. Still not sure from this part if the intake is an oral intake. If I went down here, I can see that animals and diet, this means it was an oral intake of the collagen. Now I will move to the next citation, and I have here Porkish and Clark, and both of them, Porkish should be talking about oral intake and Clark should be talking about collagen supplement for athletes. Porkish is talking about oral intake from the title. I'm sure that it talks about this topic, and Clark, from the title as well, you could see that it talks about relieving the joint pain in athletes. Last reference is Wu, and Wu should be talking about also the oral intake. So it talks about assessment of effectiveness of oral administration of collagen peptide. So I'm sure that it talks about my topic. If I'm not sure from the title, I should look it up and read the article if it talks about the oral intake or not. We looked back here to this sentence. You could see that I need a reference here that talks about ingestion of rich collagen diet. So I can just copy this one and paste it here. So I have here a reference as well. So you could see here that we either add references remove references, but we need to check each reference if it is related to the same topic I'm talking about or the same sentence I cited the reference in or not. By that, we finished the structural editing.